Hello, my beautiful rainbow people. Welcome back to the Controversy of Zion. This is my favorite program. This is a program where I get to get in trouble. If I'm not pissing you off, shocking the hell out of you, or scaring the hell out of you, I'm not doing my job right. So you should, turn it down. Hi, my name is Zion. I am the prophet foretold in the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah. Yep, I said it. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it until everybody pays attention. This is my job. I am here to tell you the truth, the way it really is. Shocking all the hell out of you. And I love it. Now, today's episode is one of those wonderful, shocking, and awing ones. Judgment. Now, I'm going to call this one America, judged, guilty, sentenced, carried out. And that is the truth. Because according to my favorite book in the whole world, King James Version of the Holy Bible, America has been judged. You have been judged, found wanting. You're guilty as fuck. And you're condemned. Not only are you condemned, but the sentence has already been carried out. And that sentence was Donald J. Trump. You have been judged, you've been found guilty, you have been sentenced to annihilation, and you have been annihilated. Because Trump has already killed America. Thanks, Trump. I appreciate it. Because now it's time for us to stop being children, grow up, and start living life right. Because if you think America is great, chances are you're guilty of God's judgment. And if you don't believe me, read the book of Isaiah. Because the book of Isaiah lays it out in stark, stunning colors. And this is what Isaiah tells you. Hi, my name is Zion. I'm the prophet foretold in the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah. And the very first thing that I did in order to become the Zion of the Most High God of Israel is to establish myself in a court of law, according to the first chapter of the book of Isaiah. And as the first chapter of the book of Isaiah tells us, the case that I went to prison for had to do with marijuana. A dried up leafy substance grown in gardens that are confiscated and smoked. Marijuana. The righteousness of Isaiah. The plant of renown to take away the mark of the heathen from us in the book of Daniel. The tree of life. That glorious substance that connects you to God and turns an ordinary human into a hybrid gray and a priest, able to telepathically communicate with the descendants of our ancient ancestors' gods, those who from the heavens came. And those who from the heavens came used Donald J. Trump to kill America. America has been found guilty of being a hypocritical nation that says one thing and does the opposite. Oh, we're the land of the free, but if you smoke pot, you're going to prison. Oh, the land of the brave. But the person that we put in the White House at the time that I was in prison didn't go to Vietnam. He was a draft dodger, not brave. And that man was put into power according to, what is it, Amos 4:17? Messiah 4, well, someone, one of the prophets. He just Look up the Book of Zion on YouTube. Find chapter 1, and you'll see the very first paragraph of the prophecy of Israel foretells the establishment of the basest of men as the man in control at the time of judgment, and that the judgment would proceed as follows. The consumption decreed would overflow the earth. It will send everyone scurrying to their home countries, and it will lock them into their homes so that the streets will be deserted, and they will cast out their dead in silence. COVID-19, which will be overlaid with righteousness. When George Floyd was prophetically killed by a white supremacist following Trumpian ideals, who thought that it was justifiable for him to kneel on a black man, grind his face into the pavement in front of a crowd as if he had the right. And with George Floyd's martyring, the nation of Zion was born. Because Black Lives Matter are my beautiful rainbow people, and everybody who joins us in our camp out for freedom, which is the next thing that is supposed to happen in prophecy. Now, Donald J. Trump got into the White House just like the prophecy said. And just like the prophecy said, he was a base and immoral man, and he brought out all of the hypocritical crap that is America. America the Great. Where a black man routinely is murdered by a white man with a badge, just as Daniel predicted. In the book of Daniel, I believe it is, there is a complete description of a cop with his badge, his gun belt, his baton, the shields, standing in array against my beautiful rainbow people. Yeah, it's all there in prophecy. And the cops are the bad guys. Trump is the evilest of men, the basest of men. And if you follow Trump, you are base and immoral just like he is. You have been judged and you have been found guilty. Now, fortunately for you, there's still time to walk away. You can forsake Trump, and you can forsake money, and you can return to the Most High God of Israel. The UFOs, the gray, the gods of our God, the gods, those who from the heavens come. They are literally G-O-D, God, those who from the heavens come. And they left us instructions in this book. It says, when the basis of man falls from power, the children of Zion arise to have an exodus of their own. The righteous people of the United States of America rise up as a nation, a new nation. They take to their tents in a huge gathering, and they hold a solemn assembly, and they pray telepathically to God, the gray aliens. And they ask God to come and help them establish a righteous kingdom with the gray, bringing God to earth, entering mankind into a new age where we are part of a heavenly society. Some of us will very soon walk among the stars. They will become colonists, ensuring the survival of the human race and all the glorious species on this planet. Because they're going to allow us a moon. They already have one established. They already have one waiting for us. There's a moon in one of the 12 sectors that's waiting for human habitation, even as we speak. So you have a choice to make, America. Do you want to follow Donald Trump to hell? Because that's where he's going. in about 20 years. He'll see it from the inside of a cell, I believe. Interestingly so. But the rest of you who are foolish enough to follow Jesus, Christ, not Jesus, but Christ, because there's a difference. If you follow Christ and not Jesus, you're going to burn in hell. And according to this book, hell is not a place that you go after you die, my friends. Hell is a date, a day that's coming in about 20 years, when the entire solar system is going to be bombarded from the Oort cloud by the passing of a rogue planet they called Nibiru. When it passes, as it always does, it's going to disturb the Oort cloud, and that Oort cloud is going to send debris into the interplanetary system, and the entire solar system is going to be bombarded yet again, as it always is. And this time, because of all the methane in our atmosphere, it's going to end up being a fireball Earth. So in 20 years, when the bombardment occurs, you have one of two choices. You can be inside the mountains of Zion, the dwarven cities of Zion, where you will be protected with space technology from the aliens. And you will emerge to rebuild. And when you do, you will literally walk on the ashes of everybody foolish enough to follow Trump, or Christ, or any of the other fanatical religions or political systems on the planet. Because it's not just religious, it's political too. So all you white supremacists out there who think that America was ever great, I got news for you. According to this book, it sucks. It's always sucked, and it always will suck. In a very, very near future, the entire Rocky Mountains are going to cease to be American because they will be Zion. Because Zion has awarded the mountains as a homeland for her people. The people that did not exist until you, the United States of America, forced us into being by creating something called the war on drugs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Because you have given me and my people the brightest possible future. Not a utopian future, because, come on, nothing's perfect. I mean, if you're a Trump believer, yeah, things are perfect. Because Trump's perfect to you. Go ahead, believe it. Go ahead, die. Be a part of hell. Because me and my people, well, we're gonna make a fun day of it inside of our mountain. We're gonna all get inside those little bubble balloon things, so that we can all bounce around as the world goes through its roller coaster ride from hell. So we're all gonna be bouncing around, bumping into each other in our little bubbles. Everybody on the surface is gonna be fried. And that's sad. Because it doesn't have to be that way. But that's the way you made it. Because you made the wrong choices. And you continue to make the wrong choices. And you will continue to make the wrong choices if you're a Trumpian. If you believe in myths and fables. And believe me, a dead man coming back in the body that he died in 2,000 years later is a fucking fable. It's never gonna happen. That body is nothing but bones. And why would God bother to put those bones back together? When there's something called reincarnation. Read the Bible again, people. Because you're reading it wrong. Read it like it was written. Not like you've been taught. So, may the true God of the earth, the Grey, watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light the uniform way. Find your joy and pursue it, and make that your guilt choice when we get to Camp Zion, our camp out for freedom. Come and join me if you will. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote 2 books about it. one of them, completely from this one. Read it. It'll surprise the hell out of you. So, I love you all way too much to ever say goodbye. So I'm going to say later now.